Hi, my name's Kalen. If for some reason you're watching this and you're not a viewer of my main channel, Six String TV, I typically make videos about guitars that should have been very easy for you to tell without me saying it. But recently I had Shure, a company I've been working with for a long time on that channel, send over two pretty cool things, and those are the Aonic 40 and Aonic 50 Gen 2 headphones. I didn't promise them a full video or anything in exchange for them sending me these, but it feels like kind of a waste to have something really cool and not make some form of content about it, so I figured I'd fuel the second channel with it. So these are both like active noise cancelly Bluetooth sort of headphones, well, obviously from the same series too, since they have the same name. And we're going to be taking a look at both of these sets today. So we're going to start with the Aonic 40. By the way, this is not like an unboxing slash first impressions video. You can tell the box is open. I've had the Aonic 40s for quite a while now, and a couple of weeks ago, like maybe 2-3 weeks, Shure sent over the Aonic 50s. So I've gathered some experience with all of these, but I feel like that is the way you should be going into a video like this and not going in raw and saying, oh, these sound pretty good. Especially if we're talking about something like Bluetooth headphones where there's battery life, especially in the long run, to factor in and stuff. Enough beating around the bush. Aonic 40s. Don't consider this video sponsored, by the way, because it's not, because they don't know I'm making this, and really, I don't know how many views this is going to get in the first place. This might blow up for some reason because the headphone community catches onto it. I really don't know. This just isn't a video that I feel like would have fit on my main channel, which is about guitars. So these are the Aonic 40 headphones. I'm going to have some B-roll footage of how they look up close, I'm sure. Did I say I'm sure? Ha, funny, because that's the company name.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So, as I said, they both come in a hardshell case. We'll get to the 50s in a second. That case is even nicer. Because if I haven't mentioned it yet, the Aonic 40s are a lot more budget friendly. I believe these go for around 150 to 180 euro online. And then the 50s are in the 350 to 380 sort of ballpark, I believe. So pricier, but also better, but I'm getting ahead of myself again. So if you're a fan of dank pods, or just someone who's worn headphones before, honestly, you'll know swivel on the ear cups is important, and swivel on these is fucking unparalleled. Mainly because these are meant to, fold flat like this and then fit into the case. These are also some of the nicest ear cups I've ever felt in my life, no joke. And, well, yeah, I mean, I have a pretty big head. They fit me just fine without being extended all the way. Let's get into the sound. Now, I don't have one of those, stands with the ear microphones on them, so I can't show you, like, what these actually sound like. I can kind of describe it, though. Just out of the box, if I put these on my head, it's not a very balanced sound, but it's also not supposed to be because these aren't critical listening headphones. These are sort of everyday use headphones. They also aren't incredibly bassy or anything, though, but the stock sound out of the box doesn't really matter because with the help of the, I think it's called the Shure Plus Play app or something, you connect these, which, I mean, they'll be connected to your phone anyway, and you can EQ them to your heart's desire. But the major selling point of these for me, because I think originally, like, I asked Shure if I can have these, was the active noise cancelling. Because I don't have noise cancelling headphones at all, and I don't just mean I don't have ANC headphones, I mean all of the over-ear headphones that I do have are all open backs, which means they don't even block out any noise passively. They let all of the environment noise in. So especially for editing videos on the go and all that kind of stuff, these have just become invaluable for me. And one of the even cooler things about them is that, if you don't know how ANC works, I'm sure you do by this point, there's microphones on the outside of the headphones, so they hear what's going on the outside, and then they pump frequencies into your ears through the ear cups that basically cancel out the frequencies that are coming in. And so you can also do the complete opposite of noise cancellation and have those microphones pump the sound that's coming from the outside back into your ears underneath the music you're listening to. And Shure calls that environment mode. And while I don't really have a use for it in my everyday life, I do see the appeal of like sitting in your room listening to music, but I guess, I don't know, you want to hear your ma call you when dinner's ready or some shit. Like, that is a cool feature to have. But one of the things that I definitely noticed with these, and less so with the Aonic 50s, but not at all, just a little bit less, is that when you turn the ANC on, just from, neutral, regular listening mode, there's a significant bump in bass frequencies. So if you don't like that, I don't know if turning the ANC on and listening to music would just be much to your dismay. However, I really fucking like it because I'm a real fucking bass head. Not to the point that I'd buy like Skull Candy Crushes, but I like a tasteful set of headphones that just has that little bit extra bass. And that's what these, I mean, I can have this anyway with the EQ settings and the EQ presets in the app, but just by turning the ANC on, I have it anyway. Also, I haven't even put these on me head yet, so I'm going to do that. What I wanted to say is that as a glasses wearer, sometimes wearing headphones can be a real pain in the ass. The glasses rest on my ears and so do the ear cups of headphones. These are the least intrusive headphones that I've ever worn. Like, these are the most glasses compatible things ever. Could just be because the ear cups are not firm enough to like really press the glasses up against my head, so they just give way to the metal, which headphones are kind of supposed to do. And so quite honestly, for the money, I would put these Aonic 40s, which are the cheaper pair of the two that I have here, head to head up against the Bose Quiet Comfort 45s, which I've also owned and sent back because I didn't like them. Because not only would I rate the sound and ANC as pretty much just as good, but they are more comfortable, even though Bose literally put the word comfort into the name of their headphones. Okay, so back into their little prison they go, and let's bust out the Aonic 50s, shall we? Alright, Aonic 50s, already, this is a small detail, but on the box of the 40s, there was this little bit of tape, and then once you tear it, you kind of have this open flabby thing. Whereas with these, look at that. There's a little tab on the inside. It's a resealable box that won't be flabby all. This is so just small details, but man, do they matter. So they come not just in a larger hard case, because spoiler, they are not folded up in here like the 40s, but also just kind of a much nicer one, at least a nicer looking one. I don't think this would protect them any better than the other one. Not that that fucking matters. And here they are out of the box. Just kind of do this, twist them into place. So they do not fold up to save that minimal amount of space that the other ones do. But really, if you don't have room in your backpack for this, then there wasn't any room for the other ones either. This motion right here is much, much firmer than on the other ones. Could just be a byproduct of me having owned the Aonic 40s for much longer than these, but I don't think so, because for the most part, they kind of sit unfolded on a desk. It's not like I, fold up and unfold them like 3 times a day. But this is very nice. Also, there are these little things on here that say remove on them, but I'm giving these to my sister for Christmas, so I'm not gonna remove anything that I don't need to. So off the bat, something that immediately caught my eye when I opened the box of like the first time was that the controls on these are different and just way more intuitive than the Aonic 40s. I'm gonna film a bit of a B-roll later to show you what I mean, but just the way you engage noise cancellation or environment mode, or just, neutral mode, is much more intuitive and just feels much nicer than on the other ones. And the kind of universal middle button, the play, pause, skip song, answer call, hang up call, that kind of shit button, a little circle thingy on it sticks out of it so you can tell where your finger is. I like this. Even before putting these on your head and listening to them, just everything about them feels way more premium than the other ones, which is because they are more expensive and more premium than the other ones. They're like twice the price. And I don't want to diminish how nice the Aonic 40s are, because they are very, very nice. They are my second favorite set of Bluetooth headphones I've ever tried. But I swear to God, this is a vacation for your ears and head. This is so, like, I could wear these for 3 days uninterrupted and I wouldn't care. Now, as far as sound goes, as I said, you can adjust all of the EQ and shit, which is something that's for some reason still missing with other Bluetooth headphones these days. I don't really know why. But what doesn't happen quite as intensely is just that innate bass boost when you engage the ANC, which is a good thing because, again, if you want extra bass, you can have all the extra bass in the world. You just don't want it to be forced down your throat if you don't want it, even though you can EQ it back out, but that's an extra step that shouldn't have to do. So I'm gonna compare these to the same headphones that I did the other ones, except not, actually I mean like the slightly more expensive Bose Quiet Comfort. There's a couple tiers of those, just like there is with the Shure Aonics. Take the most expensive Bose Quiet Comforts, which I think sit at around like 310, 320 euro. These fucking thrash them. I mean, okay, they are more expensive. They're sort of in the mid to end 300s. They're closer to 400 than 300, I think. But these thrash the Bose headphones to death. Fucking put your Bose head in the bin. Get these. You're only saying that because they sent them to you for free. They don't know I'm making this video, eh? I never told them I was going to do this. I'll send it to them after I've made it to go like, look what I did, get some brownie points. But they don't know I'm doing this, and they certainly didn't, ask me to slander another product or another brand, but that's just something that I've owned myself in the past and just sent back because it didn't meet my expectations for the money. And while I didn't pay that money for these, and so obviously there's always a little bit of bias because, I don't know, the quality of something is always kind of relative to how much you paid for it, because I'm obviously, like, if I paid $2,000 for these, I'd be pissed, because for $2,000 this would be a shit product, because quality is always relative to price. So if it's objectively good, it's still shit for $2,000. You know what I mean? And so I didn't pay that money, so I don't have that like, was this worth my money type feeling. But I know that if I was a customer and if I had bought these, I would know that that was money well spent. Because I swear to God, I thought the ANC on the Aonic 40s was good when I had only those at my disposal. And then I got these. I put on some music at a low volume just to have something there. I cranked the ANC. I walked around the house clapping for 15 minutes. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear myself clap. So obviously, if you want to take everything that I'm saying with a massive, giant, big grain of salt, you know, one of those big rocks of salt, then you are more than welcome and more than within your rights to do so. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. So, Aonic 40s, Aonic 50s, there are links in the description. Yes, most of those are affiliate links. If you want some of these and you want to support, well, not this channel, but if you want to support me a little bit, buy them through the affiliate links. Makes me a little money, costs you nothing. So, thanks for watching. Go watch the main channel if you're here from like not being a fan of that channel. And thank you for watching this garbage video on this garbage dump of a channel. Love you, goodbye. I'll see you around. Subscribe, do that.